First off, happy Thanksgiving. Man, I hope everybody is having themselves a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. So maybe you can catch this video before the football games start. What are we going to talk about today? Classy, distinguished, gentlemanly scents. You know, the type of fragrances that match this whole great beard of mine. So if you want to know what I picked out, meet me on the other side of this intro and we're going to get right into it. I'll see you guys in just a second. What's going on, everybody? Again, happy Thanksgiving, and it is your boy Trey Scents. And we got a little bit of a video, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. What we're going to talk about today are, how many did I find? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The number of completion. 7 gentlemanly, classy, distinguished type of scents. Perfect for a man my age. Middle, I'm gonna hold on to middle. I'm not ready to say late 40s yet, middle 40s, but still. Fragrances, man. Fragrances that a guy like me can rock. And they're gonna be from inexpensive to more expensive. But I'm not doing them in that order, I'm just saying. They're gonna be a little bit of everything in this 7. So, you ready? Let's get right into it. Let's go ahead and knock one of the more expensive ones out of the way first. Let's go ahead and do that, shall we? I say we shall. I have a decant of this fragrance, and it is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, and it is from the house of Roja, or Roja, however you pronounce it. I say Roja, and it is Scandal. And this one is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Again, this stuff runs high. It's about $300. And I got mine from Scentbird back many, many years ago. Well, probably about 2.5 years ago when I had a sub to Scentbird. I would use them and I would only get niche fragrances, and that absolutely worked well for me. I know Scentbird doesn't have the best of reputations, and I know a lot of people don't like them, but I can say every time I had a problem with them, they fixed whatever the situation was. Now, for those of you wondering, just gonna give you a little bit about Scentbird. I only got niche. I didn't do anything designer. If it wasn't a $200, $150 to $200 bottle, I didn't bother with it. Period, point blank. Elysium was another one I got from Roja. Now this fragrance, I think it is very fitting for a guy in his middle to late 40s, a little gray in your beard, a little. Let's see if I can get that real quick. I ain't finna start over. A little bit of distinguishedness in his face. Yeah, I like this scent. I want to say that maybe clove in there, so it may be a little bit off-putting to some. I think that's a little bit of clove. I pick up on a little bit of vetiver, a little bit of sweetness, but nonetheless earthy, clovey, slightly vetery, if that's a word. Yeah. I can see this being worn with a very, very nice sweater, the type of sweater that you would wear with a scarf and a toboggan and maybe some gloves, you know, and dress it up like that. I could definitely see this being worn that way. It's definitely a dressy fragrance. It is not one that I would wear with, as the boy Goldie says, hooping shorts or anything like that. I would definitely dress this fragrance up. From the house of Roja, it is Scandal. And again, I got mine from Scentbird, and you see, I've used it, man. I've went through it. When you're dealing with these fragrances that are parfum concentration, or EDPs, you do lose projection. They do sit a little bit softer, a little bit closer to the skin. They are more natural smelling fragrances, but nonetheless, you are gonna lose just a little bit of projection and oomph. That smells good to me. That smells good to me. Now let's go from one end to the other. Let's go to a very inexpensive fragrance. And this is one that when I first got it, I got it to have something different in my collection. And I'm realizing that a lot of more expensive houses make this same scent profile, where this company, Giorgio Beverly Hills, charges you $12 to $15. Again, companies like Roja charge you $300. And you pretty much get the same scent profile, guys. A little bit different, a little tweak here, a little tweak there, but not much. But nonetheless, this one is one that you used to could find readily available at Ross and places like that, but you don't see it as much anymore. But nonetheless, this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance for the $12 to $15 that you're going to pay for it. Now, about this fragrance. It is definitely an old school fougere barbershop type of scent. It is one that you will want to temper your sprays on, maybe 2 to 3 sprays at the most. Again, to me, it just comes across as classy, gentlemanly, distinguished. I like it. Just a little bit of leather in there. I think that's what I'm picking up on. It's so hard when you're just smelling them. And I don't like to read the notes, because to me that gives you a false interpretation of what the fragrance actually smells like. The reason I do it this way is because you have notes that blend together to give you more of an accord, if that makes any sense to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can, I don't know, it's like burning 2 candles at one time. What are you picking up on? You know what I'm saying? So the note breakdown on this may have 15 notes in it, and you only pick up on 3. So I like to tell you what I'm picking up on, to give you an example of how it works off of my skin and how it'll probably do off of yours as well. But nonetheless, a little bit leathery, definitely an old school, classic, timeless, gentlemanly type of fragrance. Does it smell identical to the Scandal that I just sprayed on my left arm? No, not identical, but they're very close. They're very, very similar. Definitely the same DNA and the same scent profile. They'll definitely take you down the same road on the same journey. So do you want to pay $300 for Roja Scandal, or do you want to pay $15 for Giorgio Beverly Hills? Choice is yours. It's up to you. Speaking of Giorgio Beverly Hills and sticking with Giorgio Beverly Hills, this is one that was very popular around my neck of the woods around the 90s, 91, 92-ish, 93-ish, somewhere in there. And it is Giorgio Beverly Hills Red. And this one is a powerhouse, again, a power keg dynamite of a fragrance. Does not take but just a squirt or 2 of this, and you smell it, and you smell it for a while. Very potent, very strong, masculine fragrance. I think definitely perfect for men our age, guys. You know, men our age, men in our 40s, late 30s. Now, it doesn't mean that if you're in your early 20s that you can't pick up Giorgio Beverly Hills Red and wear it, because you can. You can wear anything you want to, how you want to, when you want to, where you want to. I think this one is actually probably closer to the Scandal. And again, the keynote that a lot of these are seeming to have, I want to say that's clove. And I will say this about these fragrances also, gentlemen. We can't overspray these. We can't. If we overspray these, we're going to choke ourselves out, and we're going to choke everybody around us out. We have to be thoughtful and mindful of these sprays. That Giorgio Beverly Hills is settling down really, really nicely on my skin, and it's getting a little bit sweet and actually outshining the, yeah, that's nice. It's a little bit sweeter than the Scandal, where that Scandal is a little bit dirty right now, and the clove is coming to the top. So it's a little bit more earthy right now, where the Giorgio Beverly Hills is becoming a little bit sweeter and actually smelling a little bit better, if I'm 100% honest. Not sure why they named this one red, but to give you a little bit about this fragrance, think barbershop, think classic, timeless, fougere type of scent, and that is what you have here. Very similar to Roja Scandal. I think the Scandal is projecting a little bit harder than this is. I mean, I gave myself just spritzes of both of them, just a little spray, so so I could pick up on them. These two are very close. Nonetheless, the point was, I think these are all great fragrances for the distinguished gentleman in his 40s. Giorgio Beverly Hills Red. All right, I got a few more to talk to you about. Okay, let's see which one this one is. Yeah, let's do this one. This one is another niche fragrance, and it is a little bit expensive, but I like this one, and it is from the house of Amouage, and it is Interlude Man. Oh, man. Why do I like this fragrance? Look at the dark juice on it. And again, I picked these up from Scentbird. As I told you earlier, I only got niche from them. That's the only thing I did. This one is earthy, incense-y, dark, and smoky. It is a little bit pricey. You can find bottles of this for around $150 if you look on some of the gray markets. Do I think it's worth it? Yes, because it is a very powerful, potent fragrance. It doesn't take but just a little bit of this, and it goes a very, very long way. I like it. I like the incense in it. I like that richness, that darkness, that earthiness mixed with that incense. Just gives it a nice vibe to it. I would definitely purchase a full bottle of this and absolutely love it. From the house of Amouage, it is Interlude Man. That's nice. That's nice. Be careful when you shop for that one though, on your prices. Again, I'm happy to have Scentbird decants of it. I haven't had Scentbird in about 2 years. That was one of the first things I did when I got divorced, was cancel that subscription, but that's neither here nor there. All right, I got 3 more. This next one is from an independent house, and it's one that I talk about on this channel all the time, and the house is Sensual Obsessions from Kevin Halt over at Sensual Obsessions, and it is Pinnacle. And I got this in a little variety pack from Kevin. I'm supposed to be getting another one soon, where I'm going to sample and then pick out a fragrance that I want to purchase. And this one right here, man, oh man, oh man. When it hits your skin, you get this brightness, this freshness. And then about 10 to 15 seconds after it's been on your skin, you get this leathery, this wet, smooth, leathery type of vibe. Pinnacle is a great name for this, and I like it. Great attention to detail on the new little bottles from Sensual Obsession. I absolutely love this fragrance. It honestly smells like money. Like when I wear this, I feel like, I always feel that way. My confidence does go up just a little bit, because I feel like I'm wearing a fragrance that not many people around me know about, or many people around me have, and that just but it definitely fits the mold of the rest of these fragrances, as it has that super, super masculine feel to it. Just the machismo, that macho. I like it. I like it a lot. I do. This is one you guys need to check out, man. Look Kevin Holtz up on Facebook, Instagram, or you can go to just Google Sensual Obsessions. If you message with Kevin, tell him Trey sent you. Get you some Pinnacle. This is a really good fragrance. It reminds me of the song "I'm Bad," what LL say. I'm the pinnacle. That means I reign supreme. I'm notorious. I crush you like a jelly bean. I'm bad. This is bad. Pinnacle from Sensual Obsessions. All right, I got 2 more. Both of these are a little bit on the pricey side, but I do think they're worth it, especially this next one from the house of Zaharoff, from the house of Giorgio Zaharoff, and this is Zaharoff's signature Noir. And I like this one because it's the more smoky out of all of them. I just like it. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful scent. I think they did a really good job. Try to find a spot to spray it. Yeah, just a little bit. I do. I like these fragrances. And this is one that I think can be dressed up or it can be dressed down. It can be worn super, super casually, or you can wear this with a suit and a tie, a nice sweater, even a hoodie. I know Noir means nighttime or evening. But again, what I get from this fragrance is just another spin or a touch to the classic Fougere barbershop fragrance. But it's just so elegant and so well made. Just an absolutely beautiful fragrance. One of my most liked and most beautiful fragrances that I have in my collection. The scent profile on this is on point. It's made with some of the highest ingredients and it smells like it. It smells really, really good. This one, the size bottle, I think will cost you about $100 or so, maybe a little bit more, but it is worth. Oh man, that just smells good. That just smells good. I would wear that to a wedding, suit and tie it, tuxedo it, dress it up, and be great doing it. From the house of Zaharoff, it is Zaharoff's signature Noir. And last but not least, is from the house of Tom Ford, and it is Beau de Jour. And this is one I have not had all that long. Got a really good deal on Beau de Jour. Do I like this fragrance? Yes, I do. I'm looking for a spot to spray. I just need, there we go, just a little bit. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about this one. There's something in the top that's a little bit more bitter than the rest of these fragrances. It's not as powdery or as fougere, but it's every bit as masculine as barbershoppy and as timeless. Smelling them all together, does it smell? They're all so close in scent profile. Each and every one of these is very, very close in scent profile. The one that separates itself the most is probably the Zaharoff signature Noir. But nonetheless, all of them are beautiful, beautiful scents, especially for the price. The one that I keep going back to the most and really enjoying the most, if I'm 100% honest, is gonna be this one. And then the Pinnacle. I mean, the Pinnacle is a little bit, wait a minute, I've lost my, that's the Pinnacle right there. The Pinnacle is nice. That's nice. And I did not spray the Amouage on because it is so strong. The Pinnacle is nice. It's almost like it wants to get just a little bit smoky on my wrist. That's the red, and I thought that was the Pinnacle, but it's not. That's the red, and that's the Noir. I mean, all of them are smelling really, really good. The Pinnacle, the Noir, the Giorgio Beverly Hills, and the Tom Ford Beau de Jour. Yes, the Beau de Jour is a little bit drier and a little bit more bitter than the rest of them, but still a very distinguished masculine type of scent. This is not one that I could see just anybody picking up and wanting to wear. And yes, I could have put Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver on this list, and I definitely could have put Creed's Royal Oud on this list, or any of the ouds that I have from Mancera, but I feel like those get enough talk, and I did not want to talk about them. I love Grey Vetiver. It is absolutely one of my favorite fragrances, but it's almost too pricey for this list. I got a really good deal on it. I think I picked it up for $189 at TJ Maxx, of all places. But nonetheless, this Beau de Jour, oh my goodness, is a little bit more bitter and a little bit drier than the rest of them, but nonetheless equally as stunning of a fragrance. Definitely masculine and easy to wear, as it is a timeless classic. All right, guys, that is it, man. These are 7 fragrances from my collection that I think are very distinguished and gentlemanly, classy fragrances. Last one, Tom Ford Beau de Jour. Now, with that being said, again, thank you so much for returning to the scene of the crime. I hope you all are having yourselves a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Thanksgiving, cheering your team on and eating some turkey. With that being said, guys, you already know the drill. I've got to get off of it and edit it so you can see it. But anyway, God bless you all, and I love you all. Until next time, guys, peace.